Alright, so with the release of Transcendent Ban or Light Ban, there is now a new way of getting the highest score on the Knighthood boss battle against Kelak on extreme difficulty, as well as hard and normal, I believe. But today we're just gonna focus on the extreme difficulty. So this is the team we're gonna use, and the method only works if you have Ban at 4-6, 5-6 or 6-6. And that is because on 1-6 to 3-6, his ult deals just some additional damage for each debuff applied to the enemy. But on 4-6, that becomes buffs and debuffs. So you don't really need him at 6-6, you just need him up to 4-6. Now we do have one additional copy of Ban here. We're gonna test it out on 3-6 and then we're gonna test it out on 4-6, and just to see the difference. Now I'm not gonna lie, I've already tested this, and as you saw in the beginning of the video, score I got was 8,000. Now this is about the same as you can get like with the Blue Megelda or with Testarossa. You might even get quite a lot more with Testarossa if you have him 6-6 or whatever, but that is a completely different team. We're not gonna focus on that, but we're just gonna focus on this. Now the gear I have on them, and this is gonna be sort of for the test for both of these teams, and I'm gonna leave the timestamps in the description down below so you can check them out. And also while you're down there, you consider giving the video a like if you like it, and subscribe for some more Grand Cross content. But with that, yeah, just go into the gear. So the gear I have on them is attack crit on Ban with sort of just attack sub rolls, not the perfect sub rolls. I opted for not going for gear on Kyo. I have HP defense gear on Kizuna because I do believe she needs to attack, or she needs to hit with this card in order to rank up, and I was afraid like if I can't get her gold card or whatever, so I'm just going with that gear. And then of course Gopher, I just made some random HP pieces. I guess I could go for that on Kyo as well, but I'm not too fussed, like it doesn't really matter. But yeah, we're just gonna go like this. I have the card set to HP, and I'm eating attack food, so let's just get into it. Alright, so first turn, like you don't really want to do anything special. Yeah, like you can kill this in one turn if you want to by just attacking with ban cards. I'm just gonna opt for doing this in 2 turns. It shouldn't really matter, but it's just gonna make it so that I can perhaps set up a better play later down the line, because I'm not really gonna be able to use too many cards on the second phase. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna attack with the 2 Kyo cards, hope for another Kyo card, do this with Kizuna, and then we'll move a ban card. So we're not gonna deal too much damage because Kyo of course doesn't have any gear, and then Kizuna with the final card here is of course gonna give us the buff. If I attacked with her first, I would have perhaps dealt too much damage, but this is nice. We got a Kyo card. We're gonna save this card actually, and 2 Gopher cards. This is really nice because the bronze, this card just applies 1 debuff, but at silver it's gonna apply 2 debuffs, because this one just disables skills which are ranked 2 or higher. That's the debuff. This one also disables ultimate moves, so that's the second debuff. I'm just gonna leave them like this. I think I'll attack like this, and I can move this card so I don't accidentally merge a Gopher card. Actually that's stupid though. Yeah, we'll just attack like this. Move some Kyo cards, doesn't really matter. I will have to get everyone's ults, and I will have to get them in a very particular order, so... Alright, we got a Kizuna card here. That's gonna give us a gold buff here, but I will use Kizuna's ult rather than this card, so this is kind of a wasted space here. We'll just move this card, perhaps get Kizuna her ult first, it doesn't matter, and we will need to get everyone's ult anyway. And getting Gopher's ult last might be the best thing here, actually, so... Alright, so I'll just merge like this with Gopher. We'll just move the Ban card to actually get Kyo's ult as well, and Ban's ult, I think. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Now, why this fight, or... why this team actually works is we're gonna apply so many debuffs to the boss that on turn 4 on the second phase, the boss is gonna apply, it's gonna be the next turn here actually, he's gonna use this here. So for every debuff he removes, he's gonna apply 1 buff to himself, which is a solidify buff. So that is why we have Ban. We also have Luda Margaret on Ban, so that we increase our attack by 5% for each stance or buff on the enemy. We also have Green Sariel applied on Gopher here, so that anytime Gopher like uses a skill card, that's gonna apply 1 debuff to the enemy. We also have Ban's passive here, so anytime a human, 7 deadly sins or fairy unit, which of course like all of these units apply, so Gopher is a 7 deadly sins unit, these 2 are human units, they all work for the passive, and anytime we like use a skill, we're gonna apply the boss with a 2% attack related stat decrease, and it stacks up to 5 times, so 5 debuffs there. We're gonna get a bunch of debuffs from Kyo, as you can see. This is gonna stack up to 8 I believe, or maybe even more, we'll see. And also if we ult with Kyo, my Kyo is 1-6, and that is kind of optimal. We're gonna apply 2 more ignite effects, so that is kind of nice there. Kizuna of course, her ult is gonna increase our damage dealt by 21% at 4-6. I don't really know exactly how high it goes, but you don't really need this buff anyway. It's just kind of a nice thing to have. And what you really want Kizuna for is of course her gold buff, which is gonna increase your basic stats by 30%, so that includes attack, and because of her holy relic, it's gonna increase your attack related stats by 30% when she ranks up a card, which she will do with her ultimate. So what I will do here, I will just attack like this, attack like that, and I think I'll apply one more debuff here with Kyo. I think I can afford that because the boss is gonna... Nah, he's not actually gonna ult me because we will remove that with Gopher. I'm not gonna debuff him just yet. How long does Ban's debuffs last for? For 2 turns. So this should work actually. And I kind of also want to use one more card, but it doesn't really matter. I don't think I need to use any more cards. It's gonna apply 3 Ban debuffs. I do need to get up to 5 Ban debuffs. So that's 2. This is gonna be 3. I will use this card as well as the ultimate. I think that's gonna be 5 debuffs. Plus the 2 debuffs from this card. Plus the 1 debuff from the Sariel thing. It's gonna be quite a lot of debuffs. Plus the 2 debuffs from the ultimate here as well. And I think I'll apply whatever. I'll just refresh 1 debuff with this card as well, because I will ult with both of these units. So we're just gonna do that. Use the Gopher card last because I don't want to get the 25% attack related. Is it 20%? No, it's 25%. I don't want to get it afterwards because I don't want to accidentally kill him. And we're going to do this and I think this. No, I'm actually going to wait with that. So we just move a card because I want to apply some more debuffs on the second turn, and just using that card without actually being able to kill the boss is going to be super, super good. Because that's going to apply one more debuff after he already cleanses all of these debuffs. It's going to turn these into buffs. Oh, that's really nice. I got another one of these. So I can just apply some more debuffs to the boss before I actually use the Ban card. I don't think... Will Kyo kill? He does have quite a lot of attack related stats, but his attack is quite low. He has so little HP, but will Kyo patience? That's the question. I'm actually not gonna bank on it, so what I will do is just do this, and then ult with Ban. This is of course the 3-6 run, which should be quite similar at 2-6, but basically what you want to do is when you actually debuff him quite a lot. So yeah, that's 16k. That is with those debuffs. I'm just gonna try another like tactic with Ban at 3-6 first, but that's 2.3k, 8.3k, sorry. That's 8.3k, really nice. And I will just try a different tactic here. Or actually I changed my mind, I don't want to try a different tactic. Like I was thinking maybe putting red Sariel here, but maybe instead I need to like put Mael or something. That's gonna increase my damage dealt by just a little bit. I still want to be able to debuff the boss as much as possible. You just debuff him and kill him on the turn just before he applies all those like buffs to himself by, you know, cleansing the debuffs. That is basically when you want to sort of attack with Ban. Maybe he will deal quite a lot of damage then, we don't know. But here, right now, I'm just gonna try it out like this. We're just gonna get him to 4-6, and we're gonna try out the exact same tactic, but with a 4-6 Ban. So he's gonna deal quite a bit more damage because of all the additional buffs there. So still, everything's the same, that's the only difference. Alright, so what I want to do turn 1 here is the same I did on the previous run, which is basically just use 3 cards turn 1, and actually clear this phase in 2 turns rather than just 1 turn. I think that should be fine. Like, if you're afraid of not being able to get any Kyo cards, or you don't want to reset in case you don't get any Kyo cards, like just save a Kyo card, I guess, because you will need to get his ult somehow. Here we got another Kyo card, that's super helpful, and we'll try to get Ban's ult turn 1 maybe. I'm just gonna hope to get like another one of these to silver. So we do this, I'm just gonna start moving some Kyo cards to get his ult as well. And we're gonna hope that we don't get the Kizuna attack card, because that is a waste in our hand. And if I can like save some or get some Kyo cards for later, like he might not even be able to deal damage. I don't know. Unfortunately, we got a Kizuna card, but we did get 1 extra Gopher card, but that is quite nice. I'm just gonna move the Gopher card out of the way here. Actually, I'm gonna move it to this side. We're gonna get Kyo his ult. I will not attack with this card just yet. Instead, I'll attack with the Kizuna card. Actually, I won't, because I do need to rank up this card, which is unfortunate. Ah, this sucks. Ban will do too much damage as well. We'll just move some Kizuna card, it doesn't matter. And we'll see. Like, this isn't the optimal hand to have, unfortunately, but it is what it is. Now, if I use this Kyo card, I will, of course, get his ult. I have to use some other cards to, you know, offset that. But I think what I'll do is I'm gonna move 1 Gopher card. I think I can afford that. And then we'll move Kizuna card 3 times. Now, this turn, we will actually debuff the boss or start debuffing him with like the Ban and the Sariel buffs, or debuffs, I mean. We'll do this, and hope for the best. I think that's what we're gonna have to do. So we're gonna remove the ult as well. He might ult us the following turn, of course. Shouldn't be too much of an issue, but we are getting like 3 Ban buffs or debuffs. I keep saying buffs, but it's debuffs and 2 Sariel debuffs there. All right, we did get 1 silver card here as well. That's very nice. Unfortunately, if we merge it, we will get our ult, and that's gonna increase the damage we deal with these 2 attacks. It might not matter too much though, because the silver is gonna apply 2 more. Actually, I'm gonna get more Sariel debuffs if I just use these 2 individually. So yeah, we're just gonna do this, and use these 2 cards. That's gonna apply 1 Ban debuff and 1 additional Sariel debuff, so I don't really need it to be at level silver or nothing. Yeah, it would have easily killed with the 25% attack related stats from Gopher's Holy Relic, so I'm glad I didn't do that. And here we go. That's quite a lot of buffs. The boss is gonna get quite a lot of, well, debuffs. Yeah, again, I keep saying buffs, but it is debuffs. But he's gonna get quite a lot of buffs, as you will see here. There we go. And as you saw, maybe up there, he keeps getting debuffs as well, so we can debuff him some more. I'm not sure exactly what units attacks will deal damage. Kizuna unfortunately has attack pieces on her gear, so she might actually deal damage, but the boss's resistance should be completely nuts now, so she might not even deal damage. I'm pretty confident that Hio won't deal damage here. We are gonna buff as well. I might just move like this, it doesn't matter. And we ult. Yeah, he patience at least, but that's because he doesn't have any attack pieces. Or at least I want to think that that's the reason. But here we go, 4-6 ban. 26 million, that's like 10 million more than we did with a 3-6 ban. That's very crazy, like the jump from a 3-6 to a 4-6. And 12,000 points. That's an increase by 4,000 points from our previous run. And I'm pretty sure that's not even close to like the top teams or whatever. They might have, yeah, look at that, 27k, that's crazy. Well, if you have a higher duped out ban, of course, you will deal more damage because like the damage per buff and debuff is of course gonna increase by, I believe, a jump of 5% per like ult level, but I think this is still gonna be quite sufficient score. You can get quite a lot of score on the hard difficulty, quite a lot of score on the normal difficulty as well, like if you want to go for like the high score or whatever. But if you just want the rewards, just the normal rewards to get like 6k points, you don't even need ban at 4-6 or higher. 1-6 should totally be enough. Just use the same exact team. And I might even do another video of like the other two teams that work for this as well, which is like the Migelda team and the Estarossa teams. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Hope you found the guide helpful. Hope you liked it. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a most wonderful rest of your day. And yeah, I guess I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.